I'ma call your bluff, cause I don't give up. Who are you to call myself? I'ma wish you well, cause any girl has tried, has failed. Where my girls at? From the front, the back, or is you feeling that? Put one hand up, can you repeat that? Try to take my man, see I don't need that. So don't play yourself, where my girls at? You know what, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I told Dennis we was a little bit too close, but anyway. I helped my friend, one of my best friends, celebrate their 41st birthday. And I just got finished helping my sister celebrate her 47th birthday. So I'm coming on this camera, crunk the fuck up. And then I'm going to my first Lady Gaga concert in 3 fucking years. Okay, because last year she was supposed to come here, but her hip was all fucked up. She had to get her hip replaced at 25 or some shit. You know, so I'm crunk the motherfucking fuck up. And I'm ready to start this video. Start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button. And make sure that you share this video on Facebook and Twitter. And take a screen cap if you're watching this on your TV or on your phone or your computer. And tag both of us on Instagram. I'm the Scorpion and he's One Den Jones on Instagram. When you tag him on Instagram and you put it on Twitter, it'll turn into it'll turn into Hot Philly Boy. Whatever the case may be. So, I really didn't get a chance to watch Hollywood Exes, but Dennis watched that episode. Let me tell you something. One of my friends had a little scare, so I had to leave his party, but I made it to my house, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. So, I'm going to have Dennis give us a recap of it, and then we're going to go into R&B Divas. So, Dennis, we're going to start with you, and we're going to start with Hollywood Exes, and I'm going to give my opinion on some of the stuff that you're talking about. In the first scene, already seen, because I was watching and I said, no, we're not going to sit here for 2 hours and watch both shows. And look, my take, let me tell you something. You don't go to nobody's house. Wait. Tear up that shit. No, because it started off from last week. I don't give a fuck if I was wearing fur, or cat, or dog. I don't give a fuck if you don't like that I wear animals. But you ain't gonna come to my house, tear my shit up, have somebody in my house apologize to you, and you don't even say I'm sorry. And that's where I turned it off and said, Dennis, I don't have time to watch all of this. Please. Did you watch everything?
Yeah.
And I keep asking Dennis.
Yes, I watched everything.
So keep going.
So basically, what Kevin said is the beginning of the second episode. Nicole Murphy's daughter, Bria Murphy, called Mate and apologized for coming at her the way that she did. Okay, Nicole Murphy's daughter, Bria, apologized to Mate, but Mate still never, in return, apologized back to Bria or Nicole. Boom.
Breaking up sugar bowls and shit.
Boom. So Drea, being a neutral friend that she is, Drea said that she would be a mediator between Nicole and Mate. So all the Hollywood exes meet together at a restaurant in their own little, private room, and they're sitting down and they're talking. Mate refuses to apologize to Nicole Murphy about what she did. And so they didn't see eye to eye. Mate refuses to apologize. Boom. So if you remember last week's episode, Cherie had a, how you pronounce her name? Cherie had a problem with Mate, but Cherie never had a chance to explain her problem to Mate because Mate got into it with Nicole. So then Cherie said, well, I have a problem with you because as my friend, you promised me you would be there for me, and you told me what you needed for as ingredients-wise, and I went and got those ingredients, and at the last minute, you backed out.
Wait, ingredients for what?
Mate was going to be a bartender at Cherie's husband's 40th birthday party.
Okay.
And Mate was going to make her special signature drink.
Okay.
But Cherie had to go buy everything that she needed. So Cherie went and did that, and in the last hour, Mate, dropped out and stopped doing it. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate, and, defense to Mate. Mate is in a long-distance relationship. Mate's boyfriend was in town only for 3 days, and Mate boyfriend didn't feel like going to the party, so Mate didn't go. But you know, Mate used the excuse as if I didn't have a babysitter, and then Mate threw up that, you know, Cherie can have a babysitter because Cherie have Will Smith money. When Cherie said, when Mate...
Oh, that sounds like some jealousy shit.
Yeah, when Mate said that to Cherie, that's when Drea went off on Mate, because Drea's whole thing is, we are all in this together. Bad enough we gotta hear it from, you know, the public and everybody on the outside that don't know what's going on. For you to know what's going on, for you to say, oh, you have Will Smith money, you know, that was a slap in the face to all of us.
No, because Drea feels some kind of way.
Yes.
Drea feels some kind of way, but bitch, you weren't addressed. You feel some kind of way because how other people talk to you. But you know what? Drea, you shouldn't have said a motherfucking thing because that wasn't addressed to you. I don't care if she got R. Kelly money or if R. Kelly ain't paying child support, or if you put that R. Kelly ain't paying child support and then R. Kelly say he paying child support, then you say, yeah, R. Kelly is paying child support and you drop it. That ain't had nothing to do with you. If anything, you should have checked Mate on for what Mate said about I don't have Will Smith money. And then Mate, fuck that. Yeah. If you knew your boyfriend was coming, all you had to do was just give her a recipe to make the drink. Cherie could have hired a damn bartender, and they could have made the drinks based off of what the ingredients were to make the signature drink that she makes. Mm-hmm. Point blank, period. All Dre could have mind her motherfucking business because they had shit to do with her or R. Kelly or the rest of the other girls that they fucked and had babies by or just fuck with to begin with.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but when Dre was speaking and when Dre said how she felt, I understood where Dre was coming from. And so Dre said that she told Mate to take it back and don't throw daggers at your sister. And you know, Mate apologized, and you know, Dre was all in her feelings because it made her think about her situation with R. Kelly and people on the outside thinking, oh, just because you was married to R. Kelly and you got kids from R. Kelly, you got R. Kelly money. No,
Dennis, what you always say?
What do I always say?
Guilt would do what?
Make you too.
All right, now see, that's what Drea felt. Bam.
Well, I'm just saying what happened. Boom. So basically, that was that was the storyline of this past episode. And then you know, Nicole and Shayna, you know, they judge, you know, Shayna pageant, and then at towards the end, Drea and Mate got together after that meeting and they spoke. Mate was, you know, trying to explain to Drea where she was coming from and how she felt, and it was like they respected what each other was saying, but they didn't get it. And that was it.
And that's how it ended. What else they talk about?
Well, Mate was trying to explain, because Mate had a baby by Prince, and Prince, her baby.
I thought they didn't have a baby.
The baby died.
Oh yeah.
So she was trying to explain. She was trying to explain to Drea, okay, this is Cherie and this is me. Cherie had a baby. Cherie is getting child support. I'm not getting child support. I adopted.
Wait a minute, but Cherie only has one child by Will Smith, and even if Will Smith had that one child, that child is grown now, so they're gonna need Will Smith taking care of all the other kids that Cherie might have.
Exactly. So Mate's whole thing was, I was saying it as if I adopted as a single parent, so I'm not getting child support. Everybody else is getting child support.
Trey don't need no motherfucking child support. Hey, Mate, hold up. Be accountable for your shit. If you say you're going to do something, do it. That's how I feel about it. Now you making me mad, getting all pissed off because you don't say that shit to somebody. How you felt about Nicole and everything, that's how you felt. Okay? You left. You didn't apologize. I'm mad that Nicole didn't get a chance to check Mate. But I'm pretty sure next week, Nicole will check Mate for breaking that motherfucking Sugar Bowl. Because I'm sure that Sugar Bowl was not cheap. Because you fucking with a bitch that, okay, got a lot of money.
And the funny thing about it is all Nicole wants is an apology for not
apologize.
That's all Nicole wants. But Mate refused to apologize. And at the end of tonight's episode, Mate told Drea that she was going to text Nicole, which led us thinking that she's going to text Nicole and apologize. But next week's episode, you see that Mate still refuses to apologize, but we gotta wait till next week.
Let me tell you something.
How that plays out.
You don't apologize to nobody by text. Either you want to talk to me over the phone, or you're going to talk to me in person. I'd rather you talk to me in person than apologize to me via text or via the phone. Because I need to see your eyes. I need to look at you. Bam. I like to see a bitch facial expressions. I need to feel the sincerity of your apology, so I know that it's real. And Monte, you coming on some motherfucking bullshit.
Well, Monte been on some bullshit since season 1, but you know, before we get off Hollywood Exes, I do want to acknowledge Drea as being a neutral friend, being a neutral party. Drea whole thing is right is right, wrong is wrong. What you said was wrong, and you know, me as your friend, just because I'm your friend, I'm closest to you. I'm not gonna
kiss your ass.
I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I'm gonna tell you what you said was wrong, and you need to apologize. So I respect Drea for that. And actually, Drea reminds me of me because I believe that's how I am.
And that's how I am. First of all, I got a bitch that's been sitting next to me for what? Well, he just started sitting next to me, but I've known him for almost 4 years. And y'all know I ain't like this bitch when I'm in. I tell you that all the time. I ain't like him. I judged him. I was like, Brandon, who the fuck you hanging with all these tattoos and tattoos on his face? I said, no. But once I got to get to know him, I liked him when he told his story and everything. And I liked him. And I feel bad that I prejudged him and everything. But Maite, you gonna have to come down a lot of notches. Just like you said last week. Like, bitch, you fucked with Prince a long time ago.
20 years ago.
Girl, let that go.
It's irrelevant. Your relationship to Prince is relevant. So for you to be on this show and have a platform...
Irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
What did I say?
Relevant. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. So for you to have a platform and to be on this show for not 1, not 2, but 3 seasons, I think you need to be more humble and take advantage of it because you can easily be replacing somebody.
I never found her interesting, and I'm surprised that she's still on this show.
Me too.
After 2 years.
Me too.
Like, girl, you worrying about bitches that fuck with fur? Oh, that make your fucking pussy quake over some fur? There's bigger fish to fry over bitches wearing fur. Okay?
Yo,
and that's all I'm gonna let her know.
First of all, you ain't had no baby by Prince. He was married so many times after you, so people didn't know who you were.
And who cares about a fucking Mai Tai? Bitch, I know about a Mai Tai. I didn't know about a Mai Tai. Girl, bye. I'm just saying. Now, you know, ain't nobody else's birthdays coming up. Tour season will be over as of next week. So, right now, we're going to get into some R&B divas. Because Dennis dragged me in this. I said, bitch, I know you like your new girlfriends on the block and everything. But, we got to get in here so we can talk about the R&B divas. Now, look. We liked last week's episode. But this week's episode, I think it topped the 3rd episode, and I'm just loving how every week it progresses. And what I love, it's not about the R&B divas fighting. It's the issues that the R&B divas have within themselves and within their families and the people that they love.
And within song.
Yeah, sisters in song.
Stop. All right.
So we start off with last week. I was like, then we can fast forward from that ended from last week, and we see Kiki and her mom going to therapy. That's who we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Kiki first. We ain't got to talk about every last fucking scene because that don't matter. Kiki and her mom. Look, Kiki's mom grew up her kind of way, and you know what? How you say it? Long story short, or not to make a long story long. Kiki mom grew up with some motherfucking issues. Mm-hmm. And the issues that Kiki mom grew with, she done passed it on to Kiki. And what Kiki don't want to do is she don't want to pass it on to her children. But you know what, Kiki? You have a lot more issues than what your mom has went through. Because you also have men issues. And yes, you and your husband has been together for a long time, but you still have your issues. And what I didn't like is that your mom issues was aired out, but your issues were not aired out at all. And if we're going to do a show and we're going to show you going to a therapist, I need to hear everything. I want to hear your side of shit, how you grew up, how you didn't like stuff, and I want to know how your mom raised you guys and what shit did she learn from her parents that she brought into bringing up you guys. and why it makes you so mad that you don't want to raise your children feeling that way. But you know what, Kiki, you got children, what, almost 9 and 10, down to 2 years, one and a half, whatever. So I want to know, what have you already instilled in your child that you learned from your past? And you know what, that just reminded me of one of the songs that Khalees sings. She said, so much of who we are is from who taught us how to love.
Hello.
And y'all need to buy that Khalees album, Food. And that song is called Breakfast, where she's singing about her son.
Yeah, okay? That plug.
Nice. How you doing? That album is good. That's my bitch. Khalees. Oh, I'm going to her show. June 13th in New York. But back to R&B Divas. You know, so much of who we are is from who taught us how to love. Now, what is it? I want to know what went on. Who was Kiki's father? We've never met Kiki's father from what I remember. From the shows that I remember. So who was he? And who is he that made you who you are? Or if he wasn't in your life, you know, I just want to know a lot of her backstory to find out why we all think that she's crazy, because all these years we've been saying that she's crazy. And then now we're finally get to see, like with her brother being in the mix, and I'm sorry if I'm talking too long, her brother being in the mix, we all saying she's crazy, and her brother snapping her mom. Everybody that I seen R&B Divas recaps from, because I watch my fellow YouTube colleagues, everybody saying, oh, we now see where she get this crazy from. Her mom. But I really don't think her mom is crazy.
Right.
That's the thing. I just think that her mom has her issues, but her mom is not crazy. Kiki done seen some shit that she didn't talk about, that we didn't see on this episode. And I'm going to let you talk.
I just think that it was the pot calling the kettle black for Kiki to suggest that her mom go talk to a therapist. And for Kiki to sit in a therapy session with her mom and run down all of Kiki mother's problems to the therapist, when in additional, it should have been Lorna Jean, who is Kiki mom, Kiki and Kiva, all in there together, running down all their issues, individually and together to that one therapist. Kiki, your mother isn't the only one that needs therapy. You need therapy too. Your brother needs therapy too. And next time, and yeah, that just took the cake for me, for you to be sitting right there telling the therapist, oh, my mom, she can be sewing and the needle can break and, you know, she just go crazy. Well, you know, Kiki, you can be in rehearsal, and versus rehearsing, you can be wanting to play. Or your husband can want to go hang out with some guys, and you thinking that he's going to go cheat and he's going to go mess up on you.
She's so insecure.
Yeah, so, yes.
I want to know why she stabbed that husband, too. I want to know what made her snap so bad.
Well, supposedly he was beating her ass, and she spoke on it.
Oh, well, see, I really don't.
You know, she had to, like, it was either he gonna
beat my ass or I'm gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, like, you know, and I get it, and I got it, and I respect it. But yeah, so that's enough with Kiki. Next is Monifa and her surgery. Yeah,
because I'm gonna talk about it. Monifa, let me tell you something. That surgery, girl. First of all, if I gotta go, oh shit, fuck that. That bullshit ain't for me. Knock my ass out, suck the fat out. That's how I feel about it. Therese, I like her.
I love Therese. I love her support that she gives Monifa. I love Therese and Monifa love point blank in the period.
But you know what's weird to me? It's so weird. It's a little weird to hear say my baby and stuff. Cause I'm gonna tell you why. And Monifa, if you watching, don't be mad. But okay, I'm not used to hearing women talk about their other woman saying that's my baby, that's my boo, and I think it's Therese as the man. Okay, I'ma say it. Therese is the top. Okay. Oh look, y'all gonna get mad? Fuck it, y'all get mad. I look at it as I just don't, because I'm just looking at it as two women together, and people probably find it weird, two men, and I say, that's my baby. But I'm not used to hearing women say that. So I feel her weird, and that's my boo, my honey, my sugar. And, you know, it's just a little weird for me.
To me, it's not weird. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
But I love their relationship.
I'll watch Monifa and Therese, and I'll just be like this.
But look,
Just like what little
But
hearts in
look,
my eyes.
Monifa, let me tell you something. And I'm going to tell everybody this bullshit right here. This is some real shit that I'm going to tell you. When you tired of being a big bitch, you don't go the easy way out and get the fat sucked out of you. You work that shit off. And it might have took me a long time, but I was a bitch that was 241 pounds. Sometimes 242 or sometimes 243. And I got tired of being that bitch. And I worked out, 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 and I'm still working out. And today I am 208 pounds. That is some real shit. I could probably sit here and cry, and I'm gonna try not to cry. But it's hard. It's fucking hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. And you might lose a couple pounds, and y'all know I've been that bitch to lose a couple pounds, think I look cute, and gain that shit right the fuck back. But Monifa, I feel that you took the easy way out, and you will be so much proud of yourself when you work out and you get rid of the fat that you don't want. You know, I know it's people that got it harder than you. It's people 300, 400 pounds and probably been where I've been at and been at it for 10 plus years. And I can understand why they get that gastric bypass. But you are a woman, you are a thick woman, you look good, and you just felt insecure because of how you were looking in a wedding dress. And I feel that you would have looked good no matter what. And I feel that if you wanted to lose that, you didn't have to do that. I think you took the easy way out, and you could have worked out to lose the weight that you wanted, and you could have hired a personal trainer to work on your ass. And you know, it's personal trainers that'll work with you. You know, I met with a personal trainer, even though I didn't hire him. He was like, what are the workouts that you don't like to do? And when he told me that, he said, I told him, I said, I'm a person, I am not big on my arms. My legs are strong as shit. First of all, I've been holding up this weight all this time. That's the natural thing. My legs are going to be stronger. But my arms, I hate push-ups. Anything dealing with the arms, I hate it. So I don't want to be pressured. And I had trainers that be like, do it, keep doing. Like, don't pussy out. Don't punk the fuck out. We ain't doing a girl way. Like, we going to do the push-ups. So, you know, when they say, I won't make you do that, I won't make you do this. But when I started this new workout, the P90X3, even though I do the push-ups and I'm better now, I was feeling like I'm not doing workouts that work on my stomach a lot. And I was feeling like I want to stop this. But you know what? The workouts that he give you, they all, even though they don't naturally work on your stomach, they're going to work on it anyway. And I look at my stomach and I'm like, oh shit. I take my clothes off, I look in my mirror every day to see if I see a change or to see if I go up. And when I look in the mirror, I'm talking, you know I'm talking extra because I'm drunk. But when I look in the mirror, if I suck it in a little bit, I can see what it's trying to form. Even if other people say, I don't see it. I see it because I know what my body look like. I looked in the mirror today and I said, oh my God, my face is too small and I'm starting to see these bones in my neck again. Even though I don't want to be skinny, I'm going to lose this because I know I got a good 15, 20 more to lose in my stomach. I'm going to lose that and then I'm going to bulk the fuck up because I don't want to be no skinny bitch. But Monifa, I feel that you could have done that. You could have worked out and you could have got the body that you wanted. I don't care if you had to get married fast for this show, like you were saying a couple weeks ago. I just feel that Monifa could have worked out. And I hope I'm talking to somebody. I don't want y'all to take the easy way out. Don't save a couple $1,000s up just to get fat sucked out of you because it could come right on back. And then you wasted all that fucking money when it could have went to a nice trip.
Well,
when you could have laid some fucking weird.
Me being his friend and seeing him on a regular, he have worked out consistently and hard. And Kevin, you look good. Like I see a change, and I'm happy for you, and I'm proud of you. But now to Monifa, I feel like to each their own. If you don't like something about yourself, it is your responsibility versus talking about it, moping around and crying and whining to fix it and do something about it. For Kevin, his whole thing was, I'm going to work out, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to eat right. And Monifa's whole thing is, I'm going to go in and get the surgery. And I'm happy for you. I'm glad you did it because you didn't like something about yourself. Just because you did it one day, Kevin, doesn't mean people out there in YouTube land have to do it the same way you did it. And just because Monifa went out there and got the surgery doesn't mean we watching have to go out there and get the surgery. We have to do what we want to do for us and for ourselves only. And for Kevin, it was working out, and that's what worked for him. For Monifa, it was the quick, fast, and easy way, and it was the surgery, and that's what worked for Monifa. And both of y'all, you know, deserve a round of applause.
But you know what? She don't look no different to me. She don't look no different.
Well, you know, it's what she said. She tweeted to me, and she said it's about feeling good from the inside out, most importantly. So whether she look different on the outside or not, she feel different on the inside, and that's
getting
all that
fat
matters.
sucked out of you don't make you feel good. Well, to me, it don't. See, this. We could go on and on talking about this, but we got bigger fish to fry on this show.
Right.
And I don't feel that it make you feel good about what you see in the mirror. It's just like a bitch. I don't like my nose. Let me change my nose. Or I don't like my face. Let me go get plastic surgery in my face. I think that plastic surgery is for women that's older. I never thought it was for young women. If you want to change your nose, for your nose, okay. But when you start dealing with, oh, I'm going to get my neck lift and I want to start, no.
Well, what makes it okay for your nose but not nothing else? Like, if it's okay for your nose, it's okay
you know
for
what?
your stomach and chin.
Because you know what? You can lose
else.
weight, but you can't change your nose. I don't give a fuck how much weight you lose. You know what? Your nose is going to protrude in your profile. Yeah, fuck with your profile, okay? But you know what? A bitch Barbara Streisand ain't never changed her nose. And me, I ain't never changing that gap in between my teeth. Because that was making me unique, you know? I love my gap. And I ain't changing it just because of Hollywood and looks. Fuck that. Anthony Anderson ain't never changed his gap. And a bitch like me ain't never changed mine either.
Well, again, to each their own.
Yes, it is. Yes,
we can go about back and forth about this all day, because me sitting right here, I wish I had, you know, a TV One check or a check from, you know, some songs I wrote back in the day, so I can go get some damn lipo or something like that, so I can, you know, get some hair plugs because my hair thinning right here.
I'm going thin, but you know what? I'm going to get my next haircut is going to be a bald haircut.
I don't even want to talk about no bald.
Don't get mad.
I'm not talking about no. I'm not talking about no bald.
I know how you feel.
Because I approached. Yeah.
I know how you feel.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let's talk about Mila. Okay.
No, Mila and Latavia, they both went to the workshop. And then
yeah, but I think that we should talk about them separately.
Yeah,
because I don't want to talk about, I mean, we could talk about what they did, but we'll talk about them separately. Right. So we'll start with Mila. So Mila and Latavia, you know, I gotta get these notes straight. You know, I've been drinking.
Mila and Latavia, they went to an
talked about
shop.
The first time we seen them, they talking about, yeah, let's go see Tasha Smith and working the shop. T-Saw, that's Tasha Smith acting workshop. If y'all never heard of it, go check it out, because that's something that I'm not gonna say what I want to do, but yeah, but that's something that one day that So yeah, I was surprised that I didn't see Tasha Smith. Yeah. You don't go to Tasha Smith's acting workshop and don't see Tasha Smith. I was thinking I was going to see my girlfriend.
I was thinking I was going to see her too.
I thought I was going to see my motherfucking girlfriend. Because we all know Tasha Smith tells you about that acting. And she knows about acting. She acts and she teaches.
Hello.
All right.
And she's good at it.
And very good. And I'm surprised that we don't see her anything else. But when she went on Wendy Williams recently, she talked about this new role that she had. And we won't see her being the Tasha Smith that we see, because I do want to see her in something different than being the stereotypical role that she normally plays.
The loudmouth black female.
Bam. I want to see her in something different. So, yeah, so, you know, Mila, we want to go, and we can talk about Mila and Latavia now. Mm-hmm. They go to this workshop, and the girl that's there, she said, I'm going to make y'all take dumps. So the girl talks to them, and they go deep into themselves. They talk to the younger people that they used to be.
Oh, hold on, wait, before you go any further. So the acting coach, it was called taking a dump, and what they had to do, they had to dump everything from the age of 5 to 18 years old out on the floor, and there you go.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, when they go deep into when they go, see, I'm trying to not say a lot of stuff. I just want them to go deeper into their younger selves. With Mila felt like, okay, why are you so dark? And, you know, people talked about her being dark skinned. That was her core issue. Why are you so dark? And whatever. But you know what? It didn't even matter. Even though she had 2 light-skinned girls in the background, whose voice did you hear? Whose voice did people know? Who named it? And I swear, I don't remember the other girls' names. It's so sad.
Who stood out?
She did.
Exactly.
Brown always stand out. And you know what? I've never felt insecure about being brown, but I did feel bad about always liking light. I do feel bad about that, but now that shit don't bother me. I love my browns. I love my lights. I love my Ricans. I love a lot of interracial stuff. I love everybody, basically. But I don't just be like, ooh, I just want a light-skinned person. I was young and dumb and didn't know shit back at that time. But when I look at me being brown, I feel like I can wear any color because it will always contrast who I am. Me being brown, I will always stand out. Even if you're darker than everybody else, you will always stand out. And that makes you unique. And even if people come down on you, if my nieces were dark skinned, I will teach them that you should never feel bad about the color of your skin. Because it's not about the color of the skin, it's who you are as a person. And you know that's some shit Martin Luther King talked about. That's some real shit. And I never judged a person based on their skin color. You don't do no shit like that.
I've never judged a person based on their skin tone, color either. But you know, Mila, let me tell you something. I'm glad that you went through what you went through as a child because it made you who you are today.
And you're helping people by talking about it that still feel bad about them being brown skinned and buying that fucking lightening cream and lightening up their damn skin. That's another insecurity that a lot of people have.
As I was watching it, I was taken aback myself because even though I wasn't teased for being dark skinned or brown skinned, I was teased because I had big lips or I had big nose. And I'm sitting right there. As you telling your story, as you standing on that stage and you're crying, I was sitting right here in this same chair just looking like, you know, holding back because everything that you're dumping out on the floor, you dumped it out for me too. Like, I let it go because,
you know what?
I've grew into my nose. Like, my lips make me who I am. Like, you know,
ain't nothing wrong with big lips. Okay? As you get older and you find out ain't nothing wrong with big lists. Yes. Now, if anything, I thought you would say is your list.
I was about to say that.
But you know what? Let me tell y'all something.
I was about to get into that.
The weirdest things I find about people is a lot of stuff that I am attracted to the most. I thought you would say your list.
I was about to get into that. Like, you know, like I'm Puerto Rican, like I have a gap, and then I have a lisp, and then it don't, you know, help much. You know, I do these videos with Kevin. I very suddenly watch them because I don't like the way I sound. But, you know, like, and then as an adult, you know, I thought I was past it. And then some you guys out there in some of the comments, you know, in the beginning, y'all chewed me up and spit me out. Like,
yeah, they don't like new people.
Did y'all really did y'all y'all talked about my facial hair, his mutant chops, and he needs speech class. I'm aware that I have a list. There's nothing I could do about it. You know, in the beginning when I would do the show with Kevin, you know, I would, you know, have gum in my mouth and I would keep the gum under my tongue. I think that played a part in it. So I stopped, you know, holding gum in my mouth, you know, because, you know, like, I listen to you guys, I read your comments. It don't affect me, but, you know, I'm watching it. And, like, it's just a lot. I see what these people go through on reality shows because when we tweeting them and we saying stuff to them, like, I get that it can affect them because if I wasn't who I am, if I wasn't black and strong and had tough skin, I would probably want to crawl under a rock and never want to appear on a Scorpion show ever again. But, you know, that don't kill you make you stronger. And Mila, I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you can speak about what you've been through and where you at. And just keep going. You are beautiful.
Yes. And we'll get to Mila. No, we'll talk about Mila now. About the First of all, girl, let me tell you, that was the driest performance I ever seen of Where My Girls At. Where are your background dancers? Like, Mila, like, I can see where you say, I don't have any confidence no more. I need to build it back up. Like, damn, you didn't even have no backup dancers. Like, where my girls at? Where the divas at? Like, okay, the divas was on the side. I didn't see Angie, but that's all right. But damn, where the backup dancers at? It was just dry.
Mila, you get, you most definitely get an A for effort and for going up there and doing what you did or what you had to work with. And you didn't sound bad, but you didn't have no backup singers.
No, she sounded the same.
You didn't have no backtrack. Like, it was very karaoke.
Yes, Simon, you better go off.
It was very karaoke, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit right here and act like I didn't watch the show.
Oh, you better go off.
You had to work with what you had, and that's what you had to work with, and you still did it, because you could have been a Kiki and not have did it, or like Monifa second season when Nikki had her thing. Monifa, opted out not to do it because everything wasn't right. You still went ahead and you did it, and that showed professionalism.
But see, I would have walked out too, because girl, you're not gonna give me no fucking Best Spot microphones, bitch. You better go to the highest and give me a microphone to sing on. You're not gonna have me sing on the back microphone and give me some fucking feedback, bitch. If I need feedback, I'll watch my audience. You're not gonna have me singing out here. Fuck that. Come on, y'all R&B divas. Y'all got more money than that. Stop fucking playing with me.
Right.
All right. Now, Latavia also went to the workshop. She was told to dig deep and go back into her childhood. And she talked about her being molested as a child. And that's something that a lot of girls keep to themselves. Seldom you hear girls talk about it. And I want to give a shout out to my girl Candy from Sweet Addictions TV, because she always talks about it. Even though it makes her sad and I hate to see her cry and talk about it, she don't hold back from talking about what happened to her. Mm-hmm. And she talked about how her family wanted to fuck her uncle up, and they did. Okay? But also, it was good to see the interaction with Latavia and her mom, and then Latavia has a daughter. So Latavia is going to be overprotective of her daughter. Mm-hmm. And going to be none of that spending the night out, because the people, and it's a statistic, and they say it's like what, 80%, 80 or 85%, 80 to 85% of the people that's molested know who touched them. Mm-hmm. And Latavia said it happened from 7 to 9. Who the fuck 7 to 9 still fuck with you? And there's girls that get molested from 7 to 13, 7 to 18. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And you're so afraid to speak about it, because if you talk about it, I'm going to kill you. And I say speak on it. Talk about it. I'm glad Latavia had a chance to talk about it. And she talked to her mom about it. And when Latavia told me that she was, when she said something happened to me in my childhood, I didn't want to say, well, did you get my life? I didn't want to go Wendy Williams, but I knew it. Because what other deep stuff can girls go through as a child that harms them, that devastates them, besides molestation? And I knew it. I felt it in my heart, but I didn't want to get her to talk about that. I swear I felt it in my heart, but I said, no, I'm not going to go there. But I'm glad that you had a chance to talk about it to your mom. And your mom was even real, where she said, I felt you manipulated me. Come on. That's the shit that a lot of moms go through, and they still go through. Mm-hmm. And don't want to admit it.
Right.
Don't want to admit it that happened to their child, and act like ain't nothing happened, and still live life like ain't nothing happened. So Latavia and Mila, I give y'all kudos for standing in your childhood tonight. That was some deep shit that y'all aired out tonight.
This episode should have been called "Let's Do This Dirty Laundry." Let me tell you about it. But this is why I love this show. Mm-hmm. It's a good show, and the funny thing about it, there's no drama. But as I was, it had me just going through it. You know, Mila and then Latavia. You know, I've talked about on the Scorpion show before. I wasn't molested, but I was taken advantage of by somebody that lied to me about their age. So, and as I was watching that, you know, with Mila, I was taken aback, and then, you know, as I come back from that, I'm watching Latavia with her, Latavia, you know, take her dump, and then I'm taken aback with Latavia, and I'm really sympathizing with these people. But, you know, I just want to shout out to Latavia, because usually a lot of young girls that are molested and taken advantage of when they are young, they grow up and they just wild out.
And you know what? Not even just young girls, young boys too.
Yeah, especially when they go to tell somebody and don't nobody believe them. They turn to drugs, they turn to trick. They just out here, they just start having sex, they just start freaking and just wild. I'm glad that, you know, that happened. I'm not glad that happened to you, Latavia, but I'm glad you kept your sanity and you kept a good head on your shoulder, and you didn't end out here on the street strung out on drugs and, you know, out here having sex and on the corner, and then ended up with a disease that, you know, end up taking your life. So, you know, you are a strong woman, and you, little do you know it, you're helping somebody else out there that's watching or whatever like that.
A lot of
so
people.
I'm proud of all you ladies tonight. Like, this is why I love this show.
Yep. And then, you know, we're gonna get off of them and we're gonna go into Angie Stone and her daughter. It's something that I wrote down when I watched Angie Stone and her daughter talk, and I put a hashtag up, and I put hashtag double platinum. Because what Angie went through reminds me of that story with Diana Ross and Brandy, where the mom was a famous singer, and Brandy ended up resenting her mother. And, you know, Diana Ross was trying to help Brandy out throughout her career. Mm-hmm. And even though she was helping Brandy felt some kind of way in the movie, or Kayla felt some kind of way. You know, it just reminded me of that situation. And they're still going through it. But Angie's like, look, I've been in this shit a long time, and I'm trying to help you out. But just to see them go through what they went through, you know, it's like, it's good that her daughter is understanding and that they are still building on their relationship, and it's not you know, they're still building on their trust, but it's just glad to see it on camera, because I knew that Angie Stone I knew she had a son. I forgot that she had a daughter. Mm-hmm. And even though her daughter sang her album, I forgot about it until I seen her on the show this week. And, you know, I'm just glad to see them, you know, trying to work together to work on their bonding and, you know, make their bonding even stronger. So it was good to see that Angie Stone and her daughter working it out. And I hope that y'all keep working it out, and whatever issues y'all have, you know, that y'all can put it out on the table. Even if y'all don't put it out on the table on camera, that y'all put it out on the table with each other and work on it. And, you know, keep it going. And something I noticed, and I see it in my house. First daughters and mother, they don't get along a lot. It's a lot of issues that goes on. I see it with my mom and her sister, my sister and her daughter. Even though they don't argue and fight as much as they used to, it still goes on.
You mean your mom and your sister?
Yes. My mom and my sister and her daughter. It's the first generation. And my mom talks about it about her mom. Not her mom. My mom and her mom ain't really had no issues like that. But her mom and her grandmom. It's like all our generations start with a girl. I don't know.
My whole thing is, you know, I just want to jump on it real fast. If it's a constant, you know, whatever you want to call it, why your mom won't try to break that cycle?
Hey, look, let me tell you something. Once you start living and stuff, you done went through what you went through, and you ain't trying to go back there. A lot of people run away from their issues and they don't want to talk about it. That's the problem with a lot of stuff. People don't want to talk. People want to sweep, but they don't want to talk because they sweep on the road, because you know what? That's the easiest thing to do, instead of putting it in a dustpan, taking a broom, sweeping in the dustpan, and getting rid of it. Because when you sweep it under the rug, it's hidden.
And that's why it's happening from generation to generation, because don't nobody want to stop it in the trash.
It's hidden under that rug, and that dirt stay under there until it's time to pull it back. But you know what? Everybody don't pull. You see this rug I got on my floor? You're not going to pull this whole rug back and sweep under it. You want to sweep a little bit out and say it's clean. And it's not.
Well,
it's not clean. But you know, I hope that Angie and her daughter can get it together. But you know what? It's not even just at my house. I see it all the time. I don't know what it is.
It's even, well, I don't know if Selena the oldest, but it seems like it's even with Selena and her mom. Like, you know, but, you know, back to Angie, I just hope that Angie isn't doing this out of her feeling bad. You know, I hope that Angie...
Yeah, it is out of her feeling bad.
But she shouldn't do it. Like, don't do it.
No, she should.
No.
It's all of it.
Because it's not genuine.
Yes, it is. It's all of it. It's like... My child hates me, and my child, I know my child can sing, and I know I got pull in this industry, so I'm gonna help my daughter out the best way I can. Is because I know I got pull, but I ain't gonna have my daughter out here using bitches and fucks and all of that just to get no radio spins. Because not only is my daughter gonna be out there, but she's also gonna be a representation of me, and that's what I feel when I see Angie Stone. Angie Stone done what she started out in a rap group. Angie Stone had her downs. I ain't know about Angie Stone till my sunshine. I ain't know about her till that. I didn't know she was in a group until after I started seeing stories about her that, yeah, I was in a rap group. We rapped back in the day. I sung this, I sung that. And then Angie Stone just fell on. Because, you know, once you get older, people really not trying to hear that. Nobody ain't trying to hear soul music like they used to hear. So soul used to take over the R&B charts. Now they like, oh, we're going to put on the chart who's selling #1 now. Who's selling on the iTunes chart. And who videos get spins. Fuck that. I say soul is soul. And the people that should be on top, it's harder for them to get on top because they're not being played on the radio. And they only can rely on their core fan base. And that's the truth, and that's the light. It's the truth. R&B singers don't get played on the pop channels like they used to. The only people they play on these pop channels is Beyonce and Rihanna. And if you ain't Beyonce and Rihanna, you got a hard thing coming if you're a female. And then now you only got Chris Brown and Usher being played on R&B and pop. And if you ain't R&B and if you ain't Usher, if you ain't Chris Brown and you ain't Usher, you're having a hard time right now too. It is what it is. What Mel? You got TGT. What album chart did they top as a single? Tank got a new song out, which I love. Tank ain't topping no damn charts. Come on. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, this is a long video. But I like it though, and I hope y'all still watching. So, we didn't see Selena Johnson in this episode. We didn't see Selena until the end.
To the end.
Yeah. But I still need an update. I still need a recap. And I seen Selena Johnson on Fix My Life last week. They showed Recharge. And they talk about how her mom didn't like what she's seen about herself on camera. If y'all missed that Fix My Life, look for it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's out there. But you know Oprah don't like a lot of her shit on TV. But it said that her mom didn't like who she saw on TV, and her mom didn't have a drink in a year. But I need to see that Selena and her mom has worked out a lot of issues. I want to see Salisha talking to her mom about her losing a child, and even if her mom went through that, I would love to see that too, because they are family, and we done seen Salisha from the beginning because that's the manager.
Right.
So I need to see that, and we do want to give a shout out to Selena Johnson for giving us a shout out and saying that we had the best video that she's seen thus far.
Yeah, thank you, Selena, for your words and for your feedback. We appreciate it. And of course, you know, we don't know the half, and we only know and speak on what we see. But, you know, at the same time, we try to use, well, I'm not going to say try, but, you know, use common sense on a lot of situations.
And I accidentally deleted my notes. So anything that I missed, You know, I hope I didn't miss a lot.
Yes. Well, last week's when we did this last week, Kevin was talking about people, these females on these shows, and they're not putting out music or whatever. And Kiki have a song out. She put a song out, I think, almost 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And Mila
just put a song out.
Mila have a new song out.
Can I say something? To the producers or whoever run this show, why would you put a Kiki EP promo up when Latavia is talking to her mom about such a sensitive subject? To me, that was some bullshit. Like, you don't do that. When Kiki talking to her motherfucking mom and the issues that they went through, then you put a Kiki promo up. Latavia ain't got no single out or nothing. Don't put the promo up on there. But yeah, go back. That irked the shit out of me. Yeah,
on last week's episode of R&B Divas, when Latavia was when Mila was in the studio, she was working on the song. Well, that song she was working on is called "Give It to You." She released it yesterday on iTunes, and the song is real good. So if y'all get a chance, go check that song out, buy it, download. It's called "Give It to You" by Mila Williams. And
she going by Mila Williams?
No, that's her name.
Oh, I want her to go by Mila. Yeah, because ain't no other. Oh, the other girl's Lila. But Mila. Go by Mila. Ain't no Mila. No, Mila. Ain't no other girl taking that name. No. And I never met a chick named Mila in my life. Except for Mila. And that's not her real name. It's a short
her stage name.
Yeah, how you doing? So, yeah. What is it? Camila? Yeah. But, R&B Divas was good this week. And something I tweeted. R&B Divas, it gets better every week. So I want y'all to keep it going and not the petty bullshit drama. I just don't want to see it. I love the drama that I'm seeing within the girls, within their families, or if they have issues with each other, that it's not nothing petty. Or to where they could be like Nene and say, oh, forget it, I'm not talking about it, oh, I'm over it. I love that these ladies, I just love what they're dealing with. But, it was really good. And we will see y'all next week. I feel like I'm getting choked up a little bit. I don't like her outfit on that cover.
It's featuring, the music is on the track too.
I don't like her outfit on the cover. So I let that for they try to take this video down. Yeah, that will take that video down for copyright infringement. Turn the music off. Yes.
What's that?
When you use music that's not supposed to be on your video. Oh yeah. Yeah, they shut it down. Let me tell you something. When we did our Scorpion Show barbecue, and I posted the video, all the songs we played, they had a list of every song. They had Time for It, Grown Woman, Blurred Lines. They had everybody's. They're like, look, you got everybody's songs on your shit. So we need you to say that you approve of them making money off the video and not you. Oh yeah.
Was somebody reported it or something?
No. Like, the copyright infringement is so good now that they're able to track the music being played on the song, on your video, and say the audio, all the audio on your video, we detected that you're using other people's songs on your stuff.
Oh.
That's like, don't play too much. Like, you'll hear my ringtone go off, but it's not enough to be like, oh, somebody copying or trying to take away money from the artist by posting the song. I know this YouTube game. I've been in this shit for 6 years.
That's because no music should be on YouTube then.
Yeah, anybody that copy my video, I get paid for it. Yes. Don't copy my video. I mean, I don't mind when people put their little videos together or compilation. We get paid from that too. They say you're using copyrighted material. I do the same thing. They'll take the audio and they'll take the video and say, this person is using it. I don't even say, claim it, bitch. Give me it. Just, if they use it, give it to me. I'm not going to knock the video down, but don't use my stuff. Yeah, you're learning a lot. You just starting out in this YouTube game. You're a young buck. So, we're going to go. I hope you enjoyed our review. This is long, but I hope that you... Hope everything alright. Oh, that's my friend from New Orleans. Yeah. But yeah, I hope that y'all alright. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Michaela and I will be back with a new video next week. We won't be back tomorrow, but I will talk about Lady Gaga's concert, and I hope that y'all watch that.
And I'm coming for that video, that recording next week. I'll be Michaela, Kevin, and Dennis. I'm popping up. Well, I'm not popping up because I said I'm going to come. I'm just going to come.
You gotta talk to Michaela. And then,
I will be here Monday at 5 o'clock to record with y'all.
oh my God, we got a lot to talk about because there's a lot of stuff that we didn't talk about this week that needs to be talked about next week. Donald Sterling, you know what? I'm starting to believe that he's not there
Okay,
anymore.
this is not the show for that.
I'm just saying, but I can say how I'm feeling. But he's not there no more. So I'm going to walk over to this camera and I'm going to hit that record button so I can hit stop. Thank y'all for watching. Peace. They're not going to see that part. Yes, they will.